How's it going, guys? Welcome back to JLove Crypto. A lot's been going on in the crypto space this week, including one of the most popular American programmers, John McAfee, the founder and CEO of McAfee's antivirus himself, was found dead in an apparent suicide in a Spanish jail. Was it actually a suicide, or was it a hit? Cristiano Ronaldo single-handedly caused a 4% drop in the Coca-Cola stock. Tunisia, Nigeria, are they the next two countries that will formally adopt Bitcoin as national currency? We'll discuss all that and more. Tune in. So you guys probably heard of McAfee's antivirus program, right? It's one of the most popular antivirus programs since Microsoft came out back in '87. It's been around for a couple decades. So the founder himself, John McAfee, was found hung in a Spanish jail. It sparks a lot of conspiracy theories that did he actually hang himself, or was it a hit? If you guys don't know about John McAfee, he's a very controversial figure. He's very against paying taxes. He believes that in a democratic country, you shouldn't be forced to pay taxes. And he's very, against and opposed to like the IRS and SEC. And when you screw with American government officials like that, bad things are going to happen. So in one of these tweets from the U.S. officials to John McAfee, it says, "We're coming for you, F. McAfee. We're going to kill yourself." So in response, McAfee gets a tattoo just in case. And he writes, "If I suicide, I didn't. I was whacked." And on his right arm has the words "whacked" on it, tattooed right on his right arm. So another tweet by McAfee says, "I'm content in here. I have friends. The food is good. All is well. Know that if I hang myself a la Epstein, it'll be no fault of my own." So it means, if you guys haven't heard, Epstein himself, he committed suicide due to, a lot of allegations of him sex trafficking and human trafficking, right? So also a lot of these bigger names like Prince Andrew and all those guys were involved. So when the stakes are that high and a lot of these popular and political figures are involved, then it's very likely that they'll just silence him so he won't testify in court. It seems like he's scared and he kind of forecasts his death. I guess if you're screwing around with like major American government officials, SEC and IRS, they don't screw around. I mean, they want their money, they want their taxes. So little about him is he was indicted in 2019 on a tax evasion. He owed like $13 million. He was also a suspect for suspected of being involved in pump and dump schemes for a cryptocurrency. He was involved in pump and dump scheme with like TRX, Tron, and the Dogecoin as well. We all know that cryptocurrency is not yet regulated, but it's starting to, and they want to cut down and stuff like this, obviously, right? It's an indictable offense to manipulate a market like this, but unfortunately for him, there's not much proof. There's no evidence yet, but the way he's like being such a tyrant against American officials and wanting to expose them, it's similar to like what Edward Snowden was doing. And if you're gonna put yourself as such a target like that, then bad things gonna happen. So a little bit about McAfee. In 2019, he was formally indicted on tax evasion charges from the USA. And in 2020, he was apprehended by Spanish officials and was jailed, and was waiting extradition back to the US. He's a rich man, so he's got his lawyers to try to delay this process, because nowadays in court is more like the court of public opinion, right? So he believed that if he gets extradited back to the US, he wouldn't have a fair trial, and that he's most likely going to go to jail for like 30 years. And he put himself as a target, like a marked man, sort of similar to someone like Edward Snowden. There's no going back, so his only plan was pretty much to hide out. And I guess they got to him on June 25th. They got to him. Apparently it's a suicide, but I suggest it's a cover-up, and that it's a paid assassin there to lynch them. And in jail, there's just you lose all your human rights. You have no privileges. All your phone calls are monitored, and there's tons of blind spots where they could just lure you into something and just take care of you in there and just cover it up, right? So it's a dark world, and in the next couple weeks, I'm sure they're doing an investigation and we'll know. So one of the best soccer players of all time and one of the fittest players of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo, snubs Coca-Cola during a press conference, which caused a 5% drop in the Coca-Cola stock almost immediately. So what happened was, during a Euro 2020 press conference, Cristiano Ronaldo got irritated that there were 2 bottles of Coca-Cola in front of him. So he removes the Coca-Cola off the table and tells the fans to drink water. Watch the video right here. Yeah, so I mean, it's good advice, right? Like, obviously, young players that, if you want to play at a high level for such a long time, you have to eat clean. Your body's the tempo, and it's what you put in your body to feel it that makes a difference, right? But unfortunately for Cristiano Ronaldo and for Euro, is that Coca-Cola were their main sponsor, and the sponsors got to, if they put their name out there, they want you to talk good about them, obviously, right? And you don't want to piss off your sponsor, because that's what's paying the bills, right? So this caused like a domino effect, and a couple other players started doing that. I think I played Pogba from France. He also plays for Manchester United. There's Heineken in front of him, and he removed that and told people to drink water. So I mean, everybody's just kind of copycatting Cristiano Ronaldo, and now they're pissing off the sponsors. So now Euro, they implemented a $100,000 fine for anybody that does stuff like this. You gotta respect and honor your sponsors, right? Even though you might not agree with them, but it's what pays the bills. But it's crazy how influential figures now with social media have such a big effect on the stock market. So China, the most populated country on planet Earth and one of the world's top powerhouses, their decision to ban Bitcoin mining has caused a huge depletion in crypto space. Because as you guys know, the altcoins follow Bitcoin in price. So when Bitcoin falls, so does altcoin. So my suggestion is, they're doing this not because the reason they alleged environmentally friendly and going green and all that, is due to the fact that they want to promote their own coin, which is the RMB coin. So RMB, if you guys don't know, is a national Chinese currency. So you can't have Bitcoin sticking around if you want to promote the RMB coin, obviously, right? And what this will do is it will cause Bitcoin miners to have to sell the rigs for really cheap, and a lot of institutions, after hearing these news, they gotta stop accepting Bitcoin as payment, right? So it caused a huge depletion in the market lately. So will Nigeria officially be the second country to adopt Bitcoin as national currency? The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, is optimistic that this will happen, that the country will legalize transactions using Bitcoin, because the Nigerians, they just love cryptocurrency. I guess that most of the third world countries and poorer countries, their currency is not worth anything, right? You see that with El Salvador and Tunisia. The people, 70-80% of the residents don't even have bank accounts, and it's so corrupt out there that their money is worthless. So having something like Bitcoin, where you can check on a blockchain and see all the transactions and know that how much is being produced and all that, it's a safety net, and it feels safe doing this, right? And also, what's the point of having a national currency is not worth anything anyways, right? So when someone comes to the country, they're using most likely US dollars anyway. So having Bitcoin, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, because Bitcoin it's not stable enough. You want a national currency to be rather stable and not fluctuate too much. Bitcoin, for example, fluctuated 200-300% the last 365 days, whereas USDT, the crypto coin for the US dollar, only fluctuated about, went from $1 to $1.02 and no more than that, right? So you want something like that, but whereas Nigerian or Tunisian currency, they're not going to be worth anything, right? So maybe Bitcoin is better for them. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, more first world countries will copycat in their adoption, and it will just send Bitcoin skyrocket. So a recent news just a few hours ago, crypto exchange Binance, the #1 crypto trading platform on planet Earth, and the holy grail of all cryptocurrency trading platform, the largest province in Canada, will be like the New York of the United States. So Binance is exiting the Ontario market due to the fact that they have a little beef with the OSC, the Ontario Securities Commission. As you guys know, crypto sites are not yet regulated, and but they're starting to be regulated. The OSC, the SEC, they're starting to crack down on these unregistered sites due to the fact that they want their taxes, and they want these sites to be compliant with their tax regulations and send them the financial records, right? Sort of like a TFSA or 401k. So this is really crappy news because Binance is the #1 trading platform for cryptocurrency. It's the holy grail of all cryptocurrency trading sites. They're very transparent with their fees. They take a very low transaction fee compared to all the other sites. A lot of other sites take something called a spread. So for example, if a coin's worth 30 grand, the buy rate would be like 31 or 32 and the sell rate would be like 28, 29. So you're losing a few percent on the spread as well as the transaction fees. And a lot of the fees are hidden, so you don't even know, where the fee goes, right? Or how much is taken. But Binance is very transparent, and I can assure you this based on like 3-4 years of trading on Binance. Okay, so final thoughts. Do not buy into the FUD and do not sell your coins low. There's a lot of good things happening in the crypto space next month, including Jack Dorsey and Elon Musk. They're doing a Bitcoin conference. Crypto.com officially signs a $100 million sponsorship with Formula One racing. That and Kathy Wood, she's coming up with a Bitcoin ETF. A lot of good things are coming on the horizon, so make sure you hold your coins. Thank you for watching my video. Press the like button, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next videos.